The reason why all of us speak English. After 3 days of eating in England, I now understand why Gordon Ramsay is so ducking angry all the time. The beauty of their women and taste of their food made the Brits the best sailors in the world. Hope your grandma gets bullied at bingo. Hope Yannon forgets her bank pin when she's getting rubbed. A bit cheeky, but leave her ex if you would give me a lap dance. Man stuck halfway between his dolphin and morph. Sausage is better than bacon. All smoked cheese is gross and worse than its unsmoked counterpart. Sriracha is the worst heat sauce you can find. Criticizing desserts for being too sweet is idiotic. If I had a time machine I would go back to when you were a baby and cull myself, so I wouldn't have to ever even remember hearing you talk. He looks like a filthy wizard's plaything. The new pride flag. This isn't a joke, it's literally the new pride flag. This looks like my TV when dad punched it. Prince Harry. Spare. Prince Harry tells his incredible story. The 10th of January 23. That photo looks like one of those facial reconstruction jobs for forensic anthropologists using a skull dug out of some ancient burial pit. Meta and TikTok bans influencer Andrew Tate, who's known for misogynistic comments, from Facebook and Instagram. Andrew Tate had over 4 million followers on Instagram before he was banned. Glad he's banned, but still astonished at how many manlets were duped into looking up to this guy. He looks like a wooden gelato spoon pretending to be a human. It must kind of stink that you can't run 3 times. You know, if I ran a 3rd time, it'd be sort of like doing a 3rd Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it? British cuisine. Best in the world. The peas look like someone melted the toy soldiers from Toy Story. Everything about Gwyneth Paltrow is so funny. The tight smile. The bored voice. The chain snow skiing and wine guzzling, but swearing carbs are enemy. Goop. The airiness. The fact that she doesn't remember that she did Marvel movies. She's shamelessly pretentious. Love her vibe. She's like an AI replicating human behavior from behavioral data exclusively gathered from crystal moms. What is one thing keeping you from having sex? I'm ugly and have the social skills of a wasp at a picnic. My ex's new girlfriend broke up with him. She's like, if you can leave a girl whose heat is duck like her, then I don't trust you, or your fake ace promises. This is the Rebecca Stenny Rebecca has ever Rebeccaed. This dude looks like he moans when he wipes his ace. Here's 4 random pics of me. Teenage Mutant Ninja Pixels. Where's the rat? Turn your screen off. Just realized January is spelled the same forwards and backwards. You can tell by a mother ducker tweets the teacher used to hand them their test folded up in school. Camps have definitely taken the stand. Summer camps are requiring children get vaccinated amid measles fears. Do they offer camps for kids that are not vaccinated? Yeah, they're called cemeteries. Imagine having sex, and he says say my name baby, but his name is Gilbert. Man duck this tweet. I'm going to travel back in time. Find a dinosaur egg. Bring it back to the future. Then I'm going to sit on it till it hatches. Raise it. Love it, and then I watch it mangle your lifeless and helpless carcass while I touch myself inappropriately. He's looking more and more like an attendant sitting in a gas station booth, unable to hear what brand of six you're asking for. They turned Soren into an elvish school shooter. If my wife ever left me, I'll never have sex again. I asked my wife if she was attracted to me. She paused for a long time and said she appreciates my contributions around the house. Honey, you need to use my tweezers to find your nut. Oh sweetheart, I'm a grown man with a beautiful wife and kids, so little nut insults have zero effect on me. But if you'd like to send those tweezers over, I'd gladly pluck a couple pubes out, so you can sprinkle them on your head where your hairline used to be. Now kindly crawl out of my DMs, you duck in White Walker. Okay, we can all universally agree that other schools have way more attractive girls. Skill-based matchmaking. A higher woman accused of having sex with 14-year-old boy faces new charges after she continues to exchange nude photos with teen. That is the hardest working filter in the galaxy. Why does Timothée Chalamet remind me of this kind of medieval shoe? Hey, rest in peace to your brother. Gun violence needs to be stopped. I have a boyfriend. And I have a brother that's 6 feet tall, not deep. That's not funny. Wanna know what is though? How you can take hundreds of back shots, but your brother couldn't survive one. If this isn't bowling, I don't know what is. Every inch of the corridors in the commissioner's courtroom is lined up with Leos. Easily a 100+ cops in here. Deputy in charge is intentionally packing the room with uniforms and telling the non-uni officers to stay out of the room. They should have held it in a school. Texas cops are too scared to go in there. I like all the comments about how Maroon 5 is now ruined for people, as if listening to Maroon 5 wasn't enough to ruin them. Maroon 5's music has always sounded like what unwashed balls sprayed with Axe body spray would sound like if they made music. Just stop, oil. How about you just stop being ducking annoying immature children? They are pizza cutters or legend, no point. Two questions came to mind when I saw the mannequin hanging from the rafters. Who wrapped a rope around its neck, and why does its face look like mine? Sad when even inanimate objects would rather kill themselves instead of looking like OP. Danny DeVito isn't going to die. He's just going to keep getting smaller and more dense until he finally collapses into a bulk hole and swallows the earth. Timothée Chalamet looks like a pointy Italian shoe that was turned into a real boy by a witch's curse. Why dad calling his child son in the first place? It's because of people like you. There's a tutorial video on how to drink water. That's a lot of effort to announce that the bride and groom are siblings. Unnatural hair colors in women are a warning signal to stay away. It's an example of parasimatism, the phenomenon of poisonous animals in nature advertising their toxicity and lethality. A parasimatism is there to warn off predators, not sexual partners. If you're repelled by it, it's working. What the duck is he wearing? Looks like he dressed up as a baby crib for Halloween and forgot to change after the party. One twin looks like she knows how you die, and the other knows when you die. You are offered $1 million if you can name a place where nobody in history has ever had sex. What is your answer? You know, the person who invented the fake S button in mobile games. His bed. Oh my god. That lip is huge. She looks like someone with a peanut allergy that just won a peanut butter eating contest. Which celebrity is considered a sex symbol, but you just don't see it? Sarah Jessica Parker's PR team worked overtime to convince the world she was a sex symbol. She and Adam Driver need to hook up and have a pony. Why does her body structure look like my profile picture? Tattoo ad Beak Mum, 45, says nobody will give her a job. Personally, it's not the placement, but the ducking miserable quality of the work that bothers me most. It's like she gave a bunch of kindergartners on Ritalin withdrawal sharpies, had them go to town on her face, then had a junkie with a prison needle system make it permanent. You're kinda like Rapunzel. What? But instead of letting down your hair, you just let down everyone in your life. I imagine by the end, the only unnecessary casualty is yourself. What are those flags, bro? Was you born in an urge? Which suits me better? Would you rather be the guy that says we are more alike than you realize, Batman, or the guy who says, or, no, it's Dabat? He has that sadness in his eyes that you only see in Eastern European guy palm. Turns out we underestimated how many of you love Mexican pizza. 7 times more than we expected, to be exact. We are working as fast as we can to restock Mexican pizza ingredients. We'll need some time to replenish our supplies, but when it comes back, we promise it's here to stay. We'll be ready. Being a Taylor Swift hater is the lowest hanging fruit. It doesn't make you cool. She's the unseasoned chicken of pop music. Shout out to Texas for banning Instagram filters. I now see how serious the treat is. You could launch a space shuttle with the amount of code it takes to make her look like a human. Drake the type to trip when running from the slow walking killer, but instead of getting up to run, he tries crawling away while saying no, no, no oh. Well, you're definitely a model. And matched me. Good try, bot. Not today. I swipe right on everyone I feel bad for. Supporting LGTB people won't fetch you extra users Opera GX. That BO won't get you any butchers either. Technocrat who loves geopolitics and socio-economic analysis. Believer in pragmatism and egoism. Android enthusiast. Gone patriot. Skilled in strategy games. You sure about that? You should first ask your mum where she was last night. You stream on Kick. Please build a relationship with your own mother first. You spelled gaming wrong. You spelled your name wrong on the SATs. This is why you have to shill your OnlyFans. Now please don't talk to me. Does anyone actually eat crunchy peanut butter? I realized I have never encountered someone who buys crunchy over smooth. Duck, yeah, that's a good ace texture. I'm convinced creamy eaters duck through a hole in a sheet. POV. I'm walking up to your girl. About to tell her I bench 225. This guy looks like he says bro 2 times per sentence. Someone said I look like Machine Gun Kelly but white. Maybe the lips, but that's about it. You look like one of those starving and abused dogs in the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals commercials. Called me ugly in 7th grade. Now look at you, in my unread message. What if they near and reads trying to call you ugly again? Official portrait of Charles III and Camilla. They look like the front of a Party City costume pack. I follow the 10 commandments, says the lady who can't get her bra strapped to follow one commandment. I grew up in several orphan homes, spent 2 months in a rehab institution. I didn't know what rock bottom was until I watched your videos. I usually wear thick and oversized hoodies, sometimes 2 at the same time, occasionally a scarf too. I'm used to being covered in clothes. But it's starting to just be too ducking heat to be comfortable, so I had to go without, and the only clean shirt I have right now is sleeveless too. So I'm feeling weirdly neat like this. And the goth lost her shut laughing when she saw me and apologized before explaining that I looked like a freshly sheared alpaca. Had no idea what the ever-loving duck that means, so I had to Google it, and now I want to fight somebody. Cheers to all my haters. Be patient. So much more is coming. Paris Hilton looks like a GTA loading screen. Drake says an AI generated cover of him rapping Ice Spice's Munch is the final straw as fake songs go viral on TikTok. Drake the type of guy to use the phrase final straw. About time. Their pronouns are fe or fee or fop or fum. You pay to get garrised by kids on the internet. You are a failure, and every amount of effort put in your bloodline that eventually led down to this conversation is nullified by your incompetence. If bro ever gets hungry, he's got 2-foot longs on the floor. When it's summertime, and anywhere I go in public with my boyfriend, there are 20 million brands with fake tan staring at him. I need to buy a gun. Why does she look like she could be a villain in a Spy Kids movie? Bro looks like he was promoted from elf to Santa and is still in between stages of evolution. Your cute little protogen. Wasn't the furry in your profile picture like a mega recess? You have a problem with recess people or some? Your parents had you for tax purposes. Congratulations EA. You have earned 1 star. Additional stars can be bought for $5.49 each. Ian has somehow channeled the Wild West gambler and metal guitarist on his way to court look simultaneously. Sandra Bullock looks like the Titan that ate Aaron's mom. The joke is that a lot of the time attractive women at clubs or social events have a fat unattractive friend that clockbulks both them and the guy. The fridge protects the snacks. Duck Reddit for taking away free awards at a time like this. Bro can hear the TV on 0 volume. Bro tracks the food delivery guy without an app. If they put your brain in a bird's head, it would fly backwards. I'm so sure. Because what the duck is this? Even the woke babes that come on here to criticize cooking for their men are out here advocating and rooting for Hilda just to feel among. Get this AI shut out here. Your last name sounds like a fictional slur against slow aliens. Just an observation. He's like an acorn that made a wish to become human. Paul Dano at jury fought a call for Cannes Film Festival. Looks like Johnny Bravo stopped working out. Why does it look like you're one failed Tinder date away from writing your manifesto on 8chan? Americans wouldn't last 2 seconds in a British heatwave. So serious, how did humans survive pre-air conditioning? Your grandfather didn't last 2 minutes at Yorktown. I've never seen someone whose 2 brain cells are fighting each other for 3rd place, but by god there she is. The Apple Vision Plus is the worst thing to happen to ski goggles since the Gwyneth Paltrow trial. She looks like the child of Ellen DeGeneres and Elon Musk dressed like Johnny Cash. Small tight dump truck. Mommy milk a small body. What if they're both big plus a pretty face? Then they are not you. They say that the average age for someone to lose their virginity is 17. So by that logic, I'm finally above average on something. Does anybody else casual recesses funny? Did you know? The 13 stripes on the American flag signify African Americans' percentage of the population. The 50 stars symbolize the percentage of wind chimes they are responsible for. The 13 refers to the amount of toes this person has, and the 50 refers to the percentage of DNA his mother and father share. Bam and Missy in Westchester. Bro looks like he trims his hair with a lighter. I hope to see him looking better soon. Tiger head bandit breaks into fumigated La Mesa home. Level 1 Spider-Man villain. They used to be called jumpolines until your mom bounced on one. Jim me something you hate that it seems everyone else just loves. Playboy Carti. He sounds like the embodiment of Clang answer. They are exploring space, not you, Brian. You can't even light a match without a YouTube tutorial. This is JLP. He has a hatred for bulk people and guy people, and also deadbeat fathers. Would you be shocked if I told you he is himself a deadbeat father who is bulk and also has plenty of former employees outing him for his homosexuality? He is also a flat earther. Dude is doing the best he can with the 2 brain cells he has, just rubbing them together hoping for a spark. They are currently fighting for 3rd place. I envy my mom, who died of cancer some years ago and did not have to endure the excruciating pain of trying to use the steaming pile of heat garbage that this sad excuse of a nap is. Alright, but how many times has a human being lived with a chimp? And then how many of those times has that chimp ripped someone's face off? 2 over 100 times? I'll pass. Bruh, if you move into a new house and shut your bed 3 out of the first 100 nights, are you going to say that the bed is haunted by the shut ghost and I'm destined to shut my bed 3% of the time? No. You would think about why the duck you keep shutting the bed and not blame the bed. It's fine if you don't like chimps, but you can't use statistics like this, or else I'm going to call you the 3% bed shutter. My handwriting is described by my boss as worse than an illiterate toddler with Parkinson's disease. So there's that. I think I'm a tragedy. My name is Cup. Yes, the cupboard with a K. My little sibling is named Clutch, like the car part, but with a K. You're like if the Kardashians were Transformers. Cup and Clutch take Miami from the Decepticons. She's in the new Netflix show Fuba playing Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. To my surprise, that show ducking rules. She steals every scene. She's like a tougher, more intelligent Victoria Justice. Victoria Justice may not be the smartest actress, but she more than makes up for it by having an incredibly long back. I remember she came on television when my dachshund walked into the room, and he said, "Damn, that butch got a long back." Somehow I'd never noticed it, but then I could not notice it. Like imagine you've got her buggy style, and you notice a dot far off in the horizon and you suddenly realize it's the back of her head. Sonar gives them a general idea of body composition. Humans have much larger bones and less fat than most seals. Less fat than most seals, yep. I think I'll go ahead and keep myself on the shore. Don't worry, they won't eat their own kind either. What temperature water freeze at? At 100 Celsius. Bro graduated from a McDonald's menu.